Welcome back to R&DW Adventures. I'm Darryl, back with another solo travel day, and I thought it would be fun to kind of compare traveling by plane versus train to the same destination. So I'm here at Metro Airport right now, which also ironically has a train, but we're not going to take that today. So we're jumping forward. I'm now at the Loews Chicago. Very upscale hotel from what I'm used to staying in. If it weren't for work putting me up, I definitely would not be staying in a room like this. However, I do want to talk first about the train versus plane thing. Amtrak, far more comfortable than Delta was on this flight. It was a 717, which was from AirTran Airways originally. It did have the Wi-Fi on the flight, but no in-flight entertainment, and the power was one for every 2 seats essentially. So it's a power outlet between the 2 seats that you could plug into. So it had the power for the European and for the USB underneath, and of course my seatmate grabbed it before I could grab it. So I didn't get any power on this flight. However, here's some numbers for you. In the case of the Delta flight from Metro Airport to O'Hare, it was, without any of my wait time at the gate to get onto the plane factored in, it was 2 hours and 37 minutes. If we include that wait time, which I'll argue we can't ignore, it was 3 hours and 40 minutes. Now, for Amtrak, it was significantly higher. The total time from my drop-off till I got out of Union Station was 6 hours 51 minutes. If we do the same thing, remove the wait time, it was 6 hours 11 minutes. But here's some interesting facts. One, I just got on the train when I got to the station. My time at the station was walking from the curb to the platform, which takes about 5-ish minutes, but that's all there was. There's no security, there's no restrictions on what you can bring. I mean, there are restrictions, but no one's checking. It's your honor that you're not doing it. You don't have to check the bags. You do have to take them on the train and put them on the rack yourself, but it was a lot easier than the 24 minutes just to get into the terminal. And that really impressed me. I mean, it's a busy day, not overly busy, but a busy day. So 24 minutes to get through security, check the bag and everything was pretty good. Just to get onto the plane, that took 13 minutes to get onto the plane. It took another 21 minutes to actually depart. So that's an insane amount of time just spent there. And then there's a bunch of taxing at O'Hare. That was pretty nasty. But it's 4 times as much for the plane ticket as it is for the Amtrak ticket. And I found it far less convenient. Now this is somewhat subjective, because I was flying into O'Hare, going to someplace in the city. So now let's factor in a couple of other things. The train stations were both within 15 minutes of the origin and the destination. So half an hour on either end, period, and I'm out the door. That's pretty impressive. No Ubers, no trains, no nothing. When I got to O'Hare, after almost an hour driving to the airport, Renee had to drop me off, and then she had an hour that she had to waste to go back too. So we get to O'Hare, it's now another hour and 10 minutes on a train to get to the city, to basically get to the same spot just on the other side of the river as where Amtrak left me off. So in all, we have to tack on about 2.5 hours to that flight. So in reality, the plane actually took longer than the train did. So there you go. The train is actually faster from Detroit to Chicago than the plane is. And of course it does depend on where you're going, but it is far cheaper. You're going to save about 3/4 of the price going Amtrak is going on the plane. It's more comfortable. You can get your work done. I was sore after the plane, something else to consider. And I just, I'm not a big fan of Amtrak, to be honest, but in this case, it certainly beats the plane. But that's going to wrap up this one. I will be in Chicago on business for a little internal conference kind of thing. So I probably am not going to have a chance to do much else while I'm out here. But hopefully I'll get some other things that I'll include on this channel as well. So if you are going to check out any of that other stuff, it's going to be on the channel icon over here. But over on this side, we're going to put a video that YouTube thinks you're going to like.